On this podcast, I'm going to role play 3 practical examples to show you how you can use Google Trends to start talking about the things people are interested in. Welcome to brand hacking. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a content rut? Like you can only talk about your business or your industry and anything outside of that's just totally off limits? Well, I used to feel that way too. I thought that as a business owner, I had to stay in my lane and only talk about the things that were directly related to my product or service. But then I realized that some of the most successful brands and personalities out there were breaking this rule, and not just breaking it, but thriving because of it. Take, for example, that car repair shop that went viral on TikTok with a video of a bouncing cat. It's Maxwell the cat if you want to look it up. They acknowledged in the video description that they knew the video had nothing to do with their business, and it still captured the attention of tens of millions of people. And then you've got Fortune 500 companies like McDonald's and Wendy's that join in on trending threads on Twitter. Not because it directly relates to their product in any way, shape, or form, but because it's a way to engage with their audience and build their brand identity and recognition and get more social shares. The truth is, sometimes being off topic is going to be the best way to build a personal connection with your audience, because rather than seem like a business in a box that spouts off like a broken record about their product or service 24/7, your brand sounds more human and personified. Your business isn't just what you sell, it's also you and your team. But back to our problem, how do you get out of the content rut? One way is to stop and take note of the content that captures your attention while you're scrolling social media. But another often overlooked tool is Google Trends. After getting into a conversation about Google Trends earlier this week, I realized most of the content and advice about it is pretty much go use it for keyword inspiration and then go plug it into another keyword research tool and then pop out a bunch of SEO content. But you can do so much more with a Google Trends search really quickly in a couple minutes, and there really isn't any advice out there that shows you how. So in this video podcast, I'm going to role play 3 practical examples to show you how you can use Google Trends to break free from your content rut and start talking about the things people are interested in. In the description, you'll also find a link to a long-form guide that includes 3 things. It explains the 101 behind Google Trends data, so we're not going to talk about that here. A list of 10 more examples of how any industry can use off-topic content and still stay on brand. And then number 3, a list of 10 different freelance services and products that you can create from an opportunity you identify in your Google Trends research. So check that out if you want to do some deep diving after these 3 role plays. Ultimately, our goal, you and I right here, right now, is to think of new ways to use Google Trends to generate content ideas, start doing marketing that people care about instead of scrolling by and ignoring it, and to build a relatable identity behind your business. So let's put on our marketer hat and dive into some Google Trends role plays. If you're following along through video, you'll see it in action, but if you're just listening, no worries. The concepts are what's important, and you'll understand them just by listening. For my role play example number 1, I'm going to role play as a business owner that bootstrapped to open a new restaurant in Cocoa Beach, Florida. That's where I live. It's great. I love it here. The restaurant in my role play, let's just say, is meant to be a casual spot with a late night menu and drink specials. And as the business owner, I want to embrace content marketing because my budget's really lean. It just cost me a lot of money to bootstrap up this restaurant, but I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get the word out there, and we're going to do it through social media, maybe some blog posts, lots of good pictures of the food. But what should I talk about? What words should I use? How can I shortcut reaching the right people? This is why Google Trends is going to be important for me in this role play example. So let me get my screen shared. Google Trends is a super simple interface. It's not as complicated as something like Google Analytics. You can scroll down here and just take a look at quickly what's trending across the globe. But really, we want to just go right up to the simple search bar. And this is a local business. You could search the local town name or region name or any common nicknames that people have for the town. You could also add some longer tail searches. That means more than one word to the key phrase. So something like restaurants and town name. For here, we're going to do 2 searches and then narrow it down. Let's try restaurants in Cocoa Beach. It's spring break week down here, so you can see interest over time. There's people all over the country coming to Cocoa Beach for their spring break vacations. So they're probably looking for restaurants to go to. While we want tourists to be able to find us, we're also interested in our day-to-day foot traffic 365 days out of the year. So let's narrow down our region. I'm going to go down to Florida, the state. You can still see the same pattern here in interest. The 100 over here means peak interest for the time frame that we're looking at. People are just looking for best restaurants in Cocoa Beach. A related topic is Melbourne, which is really where the closest airport is. So we've got to broaden our search. We're just going to put Cocoa Beach. And you can see the obvious sub-region interest is coming from searches in Florida. And right away, it's really obvious that the related topics have to do with travel. There's popular tourist attractions, hotels, got the rocket launches. Let's dive down to past 7 days. So what are people talking about right now? We see that it's not so much searches for hotels. We don't see any of those things at all. Instead, we see related topics are red tide, rocket, space launch, tide, and miniature golf, which is an indication to me that people are looking for things to do. As far as related queries, which is things that people are also searching for, the same people that search for Cocoa Beach are also searching these queries. Launch today, Cocoa Beach, red tide, Cocoa Beach red tide, Florida, Cocoa Beach weather radar. So there's definitely some common themes on what people are interested in the last 7 days. As a restaurant owner, if people are searching for red tide or rocket launch and using the word today, they're looking for miniature golf. They're probably looking for a place to go today or within the next couple of days. And then the weather. Weather is not something you check in advance. It's something you're here looking for right now. Most forecasts are, 10-day windows or less gives you the best accuracy. So as a business owner that wants to get foot traffic in this week, especially since it's spring break here, I know there's people from out of town doing searches. I know that people use Google, but I know people also look at Facebook events, and they also look at Instagram, and they also look at TikTok. They also look at Snapchat, they look at Twitter, and they'll search these terms. So I want to be using Cocoa Beach. I want to use the term red tide. I want to use the term red tide, Florida. I want to use Cocoa Beach weather in some of my posts. And if I want to talk about any of the space launches, I want to use the term space launch, rocket launch today, Cocoa Beach. So I have general ideas. People are interested in the weather and the red tide, which are kind of the same, right? Like people are probably looking in general if it's safe to go swimming. That's kind of an overlapping query. But I also have the rocket launch. So those are two different things. As a business owner with a bar, I might not need to make a post that just says, hey, there's going to be a launch today, but come eat at a restaurant. Like, that might bring in some foot traffic. It might get some awareness, but nobody's going to share it. Nobody's going to tag it. What's exciting about it? However, if someone goes to Facebook and they search for red tide or launch today or space launch, and one of the posts that comes up is me mentioning like, hey, the red tide report is bad today, but you know what you can do? You can come in and get our red tide cocktail during happy hour, buy one, get one, tag a friend, bring it on home. And now not only do you have an eye-catching post, but you're offering people the information they want. You're saying that, hey, the red tide's bad, you probably shouldn't go swimming, but you can still come down to Cocoa Beach, come down to our restaurant, and bring a friend, bring somebody. And because you're seeing this on social, I'm encouraging you to tag or share this post with your friend. Facebook will love that engagement. And I've created a parallel piece of content to a popular topic that people are searching for, even though my business isn't about tracking water quality. Likewise, for a space launch, my post could say, hey, SpaceX is doing the Falcon 9 launch today between the window of 3:23 p.m. and 4:25 p.m. And I know the weather's great here. I know it's highly likely that the launch will be successful. It won't be scrubbed. So I'm going to put out a call to action. I'm going to say, share this post. And if the launch is successful, you can come in and get half price drinks for 1 hour after the launch. And that's going to be my post. And I'm going to have a really pretty drink. It's going to be called the Space Launch or the Falcon 9 or whatever's going on. And I'm going to put it with a side-by-side of a rocket launch picture and the tall drink cup. I'm going to put it on Facebook. I'm going to put it on Instagram. I might tweet it. I'm going to Snapchat it, put it on TikTok if I make a quick video out of it. I'm going to tag my business location and all the platforms that allow location tracking. And I'm going to use a few hashtags like Cocoa Beach Red Tide, or Cocoa Beach Space Launch, SpaceX, Rocket Launch today, Cocoa Beach Bars, Cocoa Beach Restaurants, Cocoa Beach Today. And I'm going to fire those posts off. And it's accomplishing 3 things. I'm giving people the information they're looking for if they want to know if there's red tide or space launch today. I'm giving people something to do either in the event that news ruins their plans, or if they're looking for a way to supplement their plans by doing something additionally while they're out there watching the space launch anyway. In this role play example, we're taking key phrases and hot topics and we're incorporating them into our content. So not only are you getting inspired to make the content, so you have something in general to post from your business accounts, but we're also doing it in a really fun way. So when people see something that they've been thinking about or hearing about, they're likely to stop scrolling. They're even enticed to share this with someone, because if they're going to go watch a space launch with someone, or they wanted to go to the beach with someone and they see this option, like, hey, there's cheap drinks here. There's a BOGO special. I can bring a friend. Do you want to be my friend? And they tag each other. I mean, that's how social platforms really work. You're getting all that juice with just this one idea that came from a simple Google Trend search. Even though my hypothetical restaurant doesn't track Red Tide or work in ecosystem management, we're finding a way to incorporate these hot topics that people are searching for and talking about into a totally unrelated thing, a must-try drink special that you should tell your friends about. But let's go to example 2. This time, let's go national. I'm going to role play as a solopreneur that sells safety keychains. In this example, my goal is to find subregions to direct paid ads to. I'm going to go do a Google Trends search to verify, get some data, and do some data-driven decision making. So we're back to Google Trends. Let's just do a search for campus safety and see if there's some hot subregions around the country right now. I mean, very clearly we see South Dakota is the peak interest. It's at that value number 100, which is the peak value for this duration of time. But if we look, some of the related topics seem to overlap a little bit with administrative policy making and not really news stories that are touching day-to-day people that would be interested in a personalized keychain product. So let's try safety keychain. So in this example, you see we're actually searching by our product. And the related topics, safety and pin. I don't really want a safety pin. But over on the other side, we see related queries, safety first keychain and safety keychain set. So remember, related queries are things, the same people that are searching for safety keychain, the phrase we're currently searching and looking at insights for, also went and commonly searched for. So to me, these are really similar key phrases: safety keychain, safety first keychain, safety keychain set. If the same people are searching for these 3 things, it seems like they're not getting the result that they want, especially since over on related topics, it's clearly talking about safety pins, which I don't really want to use a safety pin as a self-defense weapon. So what we're going to do here is let's look at what some of the top results come up as. So we'll go to Google. I'm going to search safety keychain, and I get a lot of sponsored right away, sponsored ads, Amazon, sheet defense, self-defense keychains. So there's a lot of paid, there's bidding already for these ads, right? My ad, I want to spend ads. There is some sub-region differences, so I might be able to target people in Missouri specifically. There's a lot of interest. So I noticed in my safety keychain search, there's all this SERP real estate for image results. There's so many images here and shopping results. These are clearly either affiliate websites selling merch through Amazon, or they're businesses that sell their own product. And they're really all image heavy search results. But I don't see a single video result. So I'm going to go to YouTube. So on YouTube, I'm seeing 2 paid ads, and these shorts are getting so many views. What I'm noticing is a lot of these videos don't have any helpful description keywording. They really just have their title, and shorts are taking up. They have their own feed, but they're also taking up the main results feed. And remember, YouTube tries to give all shorts a fair chance, whether you're a large channel or a brand new channel. And all of these are really cutesy and girly. Let's change our search phrase to safety keychain for men. We're seeing the same videos, right? It's like YouTube doesn't have anything more specific to feed to the search query. And we're still seeing the same ads. Those are quite girly. And in using safety keychain for men, it's not just that it's for men only, but the point is, like, what if I'm just looking for something discreet or that blends in, that looks like a car key fob? I don't want to walk around with a pink fuzzy. It's just not my aesthetic. If you can't tell by looking at me, like a pink fuzzy pom-pom. I'll probably rip it anyway. It'll get stuck in something. It's not for me, but all of these are so big and girly, and the shorts are getting a ton of views. So if you're looking for something to make content about, you should be making a short if this is your niche, because people just like watching it. Again, you have a good shot, even if you're a new channel. If your content is similar to this, they're going to show your video to people that watch this video, these shorts. As far as the regular videos, there's just such a limited, we have these that look kind of neutral and they have men in them. But then it jumps right back to the same girly results we already saw in the shorts. So I'm thinking possibly we are identifying a gap, a product gap, at least in the keywording. Remember, this was a search term for safety keychain for men. So now what I would do as a business owner selling safety keychains is, if my product isn't discreet and less flashy looking, I'm going to consider designing that product or designing a few versions that are that way. And I'm going to target more in depth. I'm going to use a keyword research tool to check on search terms for safety keychain for men. You could try a tool like Low Fruits or Ahrefs. Ahrefs, SEMrush or Moz, if you already use those, have keyword research tools. But I think Neil Patel's Ubersuggest gives you like 2 free searches a day. And we're just going to search for self-defense men. You can add other keywords, but first I just want to get an idea if there's any volume for this at all. And just to get a view, first we'll look at the search volume. And this isn't always 100% accurate. It's an estimate of monthly search volume. But we do see men's self-defense keychains, 40 searches, self-defense for man, self-defense ring has 210 estimated monthly searches. We've got some things about belt buckles. Even though these are showing a 0, they're only showing because they've been searched for before. 0 is usually a low-end estimate because there isn't enough monthly data. And then we're going to search by SEO difficulty. So we want to scroll. These are the easiest to rank for. Like basically, if you create content with these keywords and it's deemed to be valuable content, you can rank for these things pretty easily. There's a decent amount of overlap between YouTube query searches and Google searches. They're not entirely the same. People will go to search for videos for different things. People will sometimes use Google to search for something when they're looking for a video. But we want to see even these yellow are pretty competitive. You can see that the paid difficulty for these is like pretty much off limits. Like we don't want to try to pay for men's self-defense ring or men's self-defense keychain, but it's not entirely impossible to rank for a search page results. And as we saw with YouTube, YouTube looks really underserved for any content that's not pink, flashy, girly, and fuzzy. So my strategy runway now, I'm going to reconsider what terms I want to put an ad budget behind, and if I even want to use search intent as where I'm putting my paid strategy. But I'm definitely going to make a few videos and a few shorts for YouTube, as well as maybe one long corresponding blog post for my website targeted around self-defense for men. And I'm going to use some of these things that play off of jewelry, right? Because if someone's looking for a bracelet, jewelry, a key ring, I might consider that as a product idea. But it looks like all these major companies are just going after the self-defense ring and self-defense keychain as the only key phrases. And we've got Etsy in this result. We've got a really low domain authority site here, another low domain authority site here. I don't know. I think for me, my paid strategy might go to boosting retargeting ads. This is what my strategy would be, and possibly doing my retargeting on an image-friendly platform like Instagram or Facebook. And as a content and product launch, I think there might be a gap in cool man gadgets, right? Like, look how popular things like grilling and man caves have become. Even though there's a bountiful selection of pink fuzzy keychains out there, everything else just looks kind of like an obvious self-defense keychain. So maybe we could do things that are more fun and creative and take the success these cute girly keychains have had, and it seems like there's a ton of competition for, and try to productize something and fill this gap for self-defense products for men and less girly, less flashy self-defense accessories for girls who just don't want to be that girly. So in this example, you saw me use a trending topic to work backwards from something I thought was going to be a good strategy. I already thought I had a strategy in mind. I was ready to roll with it. I just wanted to make sure I picked the right keywords. And then I realized that it might be a waste of money or a really difficult use of money. I'm sure you'd get some click-throughs running paid ads on that Google display, but the bidding cost is going to be through the roof. Likewise, there were already YouTube ads there. But what I learned from doing this little exercise is even though people are searching for self-defense accessories for men and self-defense in general related to men as a corresponding keyword in the key phrase, it was really limited what content was going to be served there. The other thing I learned was these YouTube shorts are getting tons of views. People like to watch the process of the creation of these products. So some of my content is going to involve the process in designing and packaging and making personalized labels, behind the scenes looks. Those are going to be some short videos I make for Snapchat, Reels, and Shorts. The other thing is using those keywords, self-defense for men, in both regular video titles and descriptions, and incorporating those videos into blog posts where we're going to try to compete with those low domain top 10 ranking pages that we saw in the search results using Ubersuggest. So this example was important because you don't always want to go into using a tool and let confirmation bias get the best of you, right? We don't always want to use a tool as a way to validate our starting point and only validate it. In this case, the tool helped me question my starting point and reevaluate it. And now I can go into a strategy where I'm not going to be wasting money on really competitive ads. And I think I'm going to design a product that fills a clear void. And if nothing else, there's a huge opportunity to make shorts and short videos and get a ton of views organically, because it's just a topic that people seem to love to watch and that YouTube likes to put in front of people in the form of shorts content. So we'll close out that second role play, but just know that sometimes it's good to use a tool to find out that an idea wasn't such a good idea, because now you can start from the drawing board and come up with a better plan. For example 3, I'm going to role play as a real estate agent that just relocated to the Sandy Springs, Georgia area that's right outside of Metro Atlanta, with all new social profiles and a brand new website and no friends or family in the area yet. I want to come up with a reason people will click my page consistently and share my posts with friends. If I can accomplish that, the platforms are going to be more likely to keep putting my content in front of these people and to the people that they're connected with. So my reach will grow and grow. As a secondary benefit, I want to get to know the area better too. So what I'm going to do is see what type of activities people are searching for. And I'm going to start providing ideas on things to do in the form of content for social posts and on my blog. So let's share the screen and we'll go back to our Google Trends. And we have to put ourselves in the shoes of someone that lives in Sandy Springs and they want to go do something tonight after work with a friend. We'll start broad. We'll just start with Sandy Springs, right? Because you always want to start broad. And past day, this isn't really that necessary. We're playing to the idea that Sandy Springs is fun. There's things to do all the time, even though there's going to be one-off events that we can talk about. But in general, we want to see how people search to see how things are going on. And the way that people search for things going on really isn't inconsistent. It's pretty much the same. They're going to search things to do, restaurants near me, concerts near me, and they're going to use phrases like today or this month, which even though right now I want that to be within a certain duration of time, a certain time frame, today is still a sort of evergreen search term, right? Because next month when I'm looking for something to do today, I'm going to use the same phrase, things to do today near me. So just in general, if we change Sandy Springs, let's do past 90 days. Obviously, it's a super popular search in Georgia. So we see one specific festivity. I'm not going to butcher the pronunciation on purpose, but it looks like Yalda. We also have the Sandy Springs Brewing Company, people searching for the greater Metro Atlanta area. Chipotle Sandy Springs is a breakout query. Sweat House with the Z is a breakout query. Aldi, so a lot of grocery shoppings. People looking for housing, so people looking to relocate to this area. There's a good chance that these relocations are from people that are already familiar with Atlanta or Georgia in general, but they're moving to a new neighborhood. We also have Rumi's or Rummy's Kitchen, LA Fitness Sandy Springs, LA Fitness Yoga Studio is a related topic. Someone searching real tacos, Sandy Springs. Fresh One Kitchen, Sandy Springs. A gun range, so Sandy Springs Range and Gun. Zoom Room, Sandy Springs. That might be a Zumba place. Brunch, Sandy Springs. So great. Like, we know people love a good brunch. And then look at that. Homes for sale, Sandy Springs. So there are people looking to move to this area. And there's plenty of things I can talk about that don't have to be real estate related. Now, just so you know, when I talk about this a little bit more in the guide that's linked in the description, you can use this drop-down search to narrow down by specific categories. And there is a real estate category, but it's just looking up apartment complexes doesn't give that much data. And if you talk about these things constantly, like, yeah, you might want to use some of the keywords, apartments in Sandy Springs, GA. And if the Morgan Sandy Springs is an apartment complex, maybe you want to do like a walking tour video of that. But other than that, we don't really want to bury ourselves into the narrow real estate category. Let's do things to do Sandy Springs. Now, what's interesting about this is, at least for this duration of time, the peak interest, the peak usage of the search term was December 19th. So that's right around the holiday time. Sandy Springs, if you're not aware, there's a lot of shopping centers, with the cobblestone roads, really beautiful setup, really beautiful architecture. And each of these little shopping alcoves kind of has cute, nichey, kitschy restaurants built in. So you can see why during the holiday season, people were either in town visiting or they were traveling to Sandy Springs to go shopping and probably were looking for things to do while they were there, or they were hosting guests and wanted to take them out on a night on the town and search for places to go. But it's clear from just a little bit of research that People are largely looking for fitness. They're looking for gyms and yoga. They're also looking for food. We had brunch, which is very much a food and social activity. It's two things in one. We also had searches like Chipotle and tacos, and the two different kitchen searches came up. So people are looking for places to go out to eat and get food. But we can make a good faith assumption now that people will be interested in knowing about what food and fitness things are going on in the Sandy Springs area. Plus, I don't know about your timeline, but my friends are always asking where the best place to go for brunch is, and they love doing brunch events. Let's try Sandy Springs brunch. We'll do the past year. There's actually a rising search for Buttermilk Kitchen. As far as topics, we see Buttermilk Kitchen, Southern Restaurant also come up in the topics. We also see Dunwoody, which is a neighborhood near Sandy Springs. We see Mojave Restaurant, Tupelo Honey Southern Kitchen and Bar, are all places that come up. So now what I would want to do is I would want to find out, actually confirm that they actually offer brunch. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to post maybe twice leading up to when I'm going to be there in person on my pages. And one week I'm going to plan to go to Mojave's brunch. The next week I'm going to plan to go to Tupelo Honey Southern Kitchen. And then the week after that, I'm going to plan to go to Buttermilk Kitchen. I'm also going to go on Instagram and search for these locations and see if maybe if they host a DJ for the brunch or any live music. I'm going to go and connect with either the promotional team or the DJ or the music artist that are going to be at these brunches. They're going to be part of my network now. And I'm going to see if they have any promotional flyers already made, so I don't need to do it. I don't need to create the content myself to announce where I'm going to be. If so, I'm going to grab those flyers. If they don't have it, I'm just going to make a simple text post in Canva that says, this Sunday, brunch at, and I'm going to put the restaurant that I'm going to. And I'm going to put a time window, so maybe 11 to 1. And I'm going to mention something catchy like bottomless mimosas or Nashville hot chicken and waffle special, something like that, just to have an image for the post that I'm going to be making across socials. And I'll post it once or twice throughout the week. And I'm going to use different words. I'm going to use the name of the restaurant. I'm going to use Sandy Springs brunch. I'm going to use hashtags like brunch, hashtag Sandy Springs, hashtag Sandy Spring brunch, hashtag things to do Sandy Springs. And I'm going to use location tags. Sandy Springs, I might tag the restaurant in one post, and I might tag the neighborhood Sandy Springs in the second post. And then the day I am about to go, I'm going to post one more time. And then while I'm there, I'm going to use live pictures. I'm going to take live pictures or live videos, and I'm going to post them to stories, to Snapchat, possibly to TikTok. And I'm going to repeat some of that same keywording and language and tag the location. If I'm on Snapchat, I'm going to scroll to use the lens that tags the restaurant if they have it available. And I'm going to enjoy my food. I'm going to enjoy the music. I'm going to enjoy my time hanging out. When I'm done, I'm going to consider writing at least 300 words, but probably aim for 600 post about that restaurant. Something titled, why Buttermilk Kitchen is my favorite Sunday brunch spot in Sandy Springs. And then I'm going to start it off like, if you're looking for things to do in Sandy Springs for Sunday brunch, you should check out Buttermilk Kitchen. So we get that keywording in, we get those search terms, we're answering people's questions that they might be going to Google for. We make the blog post about it. And when we're done, we'll make some pretty pictures, throw it in the blog post, but we're going to make new social posts that now that we have pictures of the food, we share them to our candid stories. But we're going to make a prettier social post. Like, this is the food I got. It was great. I highly recommend it. Share it. Let your friends know about this business. Include the really nice picture of your drink or your chicken and waffles. And you don't even need to put text on a food picture. When people see good food, they want to share it to a friend. They want to tag a friend in it. They like it. Now you've got really eye-catching content, delicious food, and something to do, where to go get it, all in one place. So you've got a blog post out of it, and people are going to be more inclined to follow your page because they want to see where you go next. So it's a great way to connect with new people that don't already know you. And then if they go try this place out, right, they see your post and they're like, oh, I got to go check that out. And you kind of make it a regular habit to go support this business and go and take pictures and tag it there. The people that found out about this place through you, if they see you there, they might come up and say hello to you. I've had this happen all the time, more so with karaoke than brunches. I used to find karaoke events and go for wings and karaoke if I wasn't too shy to sing. But people get to know you, and now your face is recognized. They come up to you and introduce themselves to you. Oh, I saw your profile online. I saw your post about this. Like, this is so great. Thanks for recommending it. And if the food's really good, if the environment's really good, and you're the person that told it to them, they like have appreciation for you, right? You have that social proof. They're grateful that you recommended this place, and now they know you. So in this example role play, I really wanted work-life balance to be my content strategy. So while helping create content that others would find useful, I also got to find new things to do so I could explore my new neighborhood and meet new people along the way. The great part about a strategy like this is it's an easy way to get candid photos of real places near you and start to get recognized in person. And don't forget, when you're using these photos in your blog posts or on social, always add alternative text, properly name the file names to something descriptive using appropriate keywords, and add appropriate descriptions. You never know when the metadata can help you get that highly coveted image result spot on a search engine. The most important thing is none of this content is about selling houses. Yet it still grows your business and your brand, and people that are looking to decide if they want to move to this neighborhood, they're not just going to be looking for the term houses for sale in. That's obviously a very high intent keyword search, and unfortunately they're going to probably be inclined to click the first person that ranks, which is a lot more competitive to do, but it's low-hanging fruit. It's not the only battle to fight, and it's probably a battle that isn't always worth fighting if paid ads and super competitive SEO aren't your thing. Instead, you're finding new ways for people to find you. And now they know you not just because they see your name on real estate listing photos, they know you because they see you as someone who knows the town and always knows what concert or brunch spot or Latin night is the one worth checking out this week. It's a reason for them to check your profile consistently and share your content with their friends or tag their friends in it. So the platform will think that your content is great and keep showing it to more people. And people will stop when they see it because they want to be the ones that know what's the best thing to do in Sandy Springs. But anyway, those are 3 example role plays. These role plays are meant to be specific, practical examples that demonstrate how we can use Google Trends to really create our strategy runway. In general, there's no reason a national trending topic like a recent awards show or an underdog win at a sporting event that caused a huge upset can't be something that you make a one-off post about. Talking about normal things will make you seem less like a business in a box to others, and you'll feel less like your work is work. In my long-form guide on Google Trends, which again, the link is in the description, I share 10 more industry examples and a list of 10 freelance services or products you can create around the right Google trend. If you take anything from this video, it's that you shouldn't limit yourself to thinking you can only create content within the boundaries of your industry or niche. As demonstrated through each of the 3 role plays, you can use Google Trends to uncover topics and trends that may seem unrelated to your business, but can still be leveraged to create engaging and valuable content. By immersing yourself in the things that other people are interested in, you can break out of your content rut, you can talk about things that people are interested in, and you can be known more for your content sounding like a conversation starter rather than canned marketing material. So next time you're feeling stuck in a rut, remember that data is right there to help you get out of it. It's totally free. Use it. And make sure you're following this channel because I'm going to keep doing more demonstratives on tools. So rather than just give the 101 or some general advice on how you can and should use something, I'm going to show you creative ways to take what a tool can do for you and put it into practice. So support future content like this by liking and subscribing, and give it a share if you think it's valuable to someone you know. If you aren't already connected, make sure you follow the channel or the podcast, wherever you prefer, and the newsletter that I publish each week on LinkedIn, which might have more information than gets included in the audio or video versions of these. And also check out my Facebook group, Brand Hacking for Small Business. It's a tight-knit group that is all working in the same direction to grow a fun business with a personal brand flair. But with that said, thanks so much for tuning in, and happy brand hacking.
Brand Hacking is a brand new podcast hosted by Kat Wagner. Kat has helped hundreds of professionals in the music, retail, and real estate space build big brand power with small and simple steps. Be sure to like and subscribe to catch future tips on building an unbeatable brand.